Are you looking to use ThriveCart to collect payments from customers? In this ThriveCart tutorial, you'll learn how to create checkout pages and widgets, set up products, configure your funnels, and much more. And as a special bonus in this video, you'll also learn how to host your own online course directly inside ThriveCart. Let's get started. Okay, so before we get started and talk about how to use ThriveCart, which is the tutorial itself, right? I want to talk to you about why to use ThriveCart. This is for you if you're a little bit on the fence. You've been, hearing a lot about the platform and you're not sure whether it's a good option for you or not. If you're already 100% sure that you want to go ahead with ThriveCart, all you need to know is, how to use the platform, then skip forward in the video 2 or 3 minutes, something like that. I want to talk to you just about, why I've been using the tool and why, I'm always recommending ThriveCart to other people. So I'm using ThriveCart because of the following reasons. It enables you to build a funnel, basically, right? So inside ThriveCart, we're going to learn this in the tutorial. You have the ability to host your product, right? Adjust pricing and your product will be there, create your checkout page and everything. And you also have the ability to add order bumps, extras, really following the logic of the marketing funnel, right? Someone goes there to buy one thing, you can give them the option to buy an extra little thing and then an extra thing. And then you sort of build a funnel within that product that you're selling through ThriveCart. And I like how easy it is to set up this mini funnel, so to say. It's really built around the logic of the marketing funnel. And it's cool to have everything in one place only. You'll see later in my funnel example, I have my product there, which is a course. My order bump is a PDF, and then they have the option to buy a coaching session with me as well. So you build a funnel for your product, right? Which is pretty cool. And you make more money in the end, of course. So the second reason is payment and order for fulfillment in the same place. In my case, my product is online courses, right? I create and I publish online courses. So ThriveCart gives you the ability to host your online courses there. It's a platform called ThriveCart, and we're going to talk about that later as well. If you're not selling online courses, you have physical products that you sell and stuff like that, ThriveCart connects really well with order fulfillment integrations. I would strongly recommend you to visit the integrations page. You'll find out that ThriveCart integrates well with order fulfillment, and you have the ability to connect everything in one place only, and which leads me to the third step. It connects really well with my CRM. I'm using Kit, formerly ConvertKit, as my CRM tool at the moment. For those of you who are not familiar with the topic, a CRM is essentially where your email list is sitting, right? Is where you add, manage your contacts. But ThriveCart connects really well with other CRMs as well. HubSpot, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, and so on. Once again, visit their integration pages if you want to know more about that. Why is this important? Because I don't want to keep manually tagging people all the time, right? I want the system to do this for me. So when someone buys one of my ThriveCart products, it sends a trigger for my CRM system to update this person and say, this person bought product A, this person bought product B, and so on and so on. I don't have to keep manually tagging people. It's a repetitive, manual, boring task that I don't want to have to do. This is marketing automation in a nutshell, by the way. You only pay once, so I really like the fact that I only pay for the product once. I never have to pay anything again. It's a lifetime payment, and some people have different opinions about this. I quite like it. I like the fact that you get rid of it, right? Once you know that you want to go ahead with the tool, you just pay once and you get rid of that monthly payment, because at the end of the day, if you're really doing the math, sometimes at the end of the year, you paid more for a tool in comparison with another tool that is a lifetime payment, for example, right? So there are other types of products similar to ThriveCart, but they, you have to pay monthly, right? And yeah, if you do the math, see what's, you really have to see for yourself what's more worth there, because I compared ThriveCart with other products and I realized that, despite the fact that yes, it's a one big lifetime payment, well, it pays off with time and I don't have to keep paying it like with other tools. This is my opinion on the matter, right? It's easy to use. You're going to see in this tutorial, hopefully, and it's safe for your customers as well. Your customers will make safe payments, and this is really important aspect of buying stuff online, right? Okay, enough for the talking. This is why I'm using ThriveCart. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finally learn how to use the tool. So the website is thrivecart.com. This is where you make your payment and create an account. Look, I have a link for you below in the description of this video as well. So if you don't have ThriveCart account yet and you were happy to go ahead and sign up for ThriveCart, I would be very, very thankful if you could use my affiliate link, which is located in the description of the video below. Thanks a lot for supporting my work. Okay, so if you're gonna sign up for it anyway, I would love for you to use my link below. Anyway, here is ThriveCart, and They have actually really simple homepage where they explain what the product is, how much it costs. There are some tutorial videos for you to watch. So that's where you sign up. You're gonna create an account, right? And once you sign up, you'll be redirected to your dashboard. So let's take a look at that now. Okay, so in summary, what are we looking at? This is, I'm showing you inside my actual dashboard. Okay, I have no problem here with displaying money figures or anything like that. I really don't mind at all. This is my dashboard. Okay, I'm showing you inside my own real ThriveCart dashboard. Let's just talk a little bit about this menu here. What do you have inside ThriveCart? So the first page is the dashboard, which is where you can see your sales figures, how much money you made, how many people purchase your products, and so on. So this is your sales dashboard, basically. Inside the products section here, this is where you see the list of your products, as well as your upsells, downsells, and additional things that you attach to your products, right? So remember how I was talking to you about the fact that inside ThriveCart, you can really give people the opportunity to buy a little extra. This is where you set up all this stuff. So your upsells, downsells are here. You can create your coupons as well to give people discounts for your products. So this is your products section here. Inside your transactions section, this is where you find a little bit of additional dashboard with more information that you don't really have in your main dashboard here. Okay, so I'm not going to use these filters here just because of data privacy. I have real student data here, but anyway, if you change your date, you can actually have a list of, you know, the transactions made on that specific day and time. Okay, and so that's when you're gonna see how many people bought specific products in which day, in which time, how much they paid for it. Even though your product price might always be the same, sometimes people can use discount coupons, right? Stuff like that. So I'm not going to go for that one just because of privacy, but this is where you find your list. Partners, as of now, it requires an upgrade. I don't really have access to that. It gives you a few additional, I would say, sales advanced features: affiliate platform, tax calculation, business projections, subscription savings, partner contracts, stuff like that. So I don't really need that type of feature. I didn't really do this upgrade, so I'm not seeing this feature here for me. But if you need, yes, again, sales advanced features is located here. It requires an upgrade. And to finalize inside the Learn option here, I have my ThriveCart Learn platform, which is basically my online course platform inside my main ThriveCart platform, right? So I'm using ThriveCart also for order fulfillment, which in my case, once again, it's online courses, right? So my courses are created and hosted here inside this section. So this is your ThriveCart menu in a nutshell. It's important to keep an eye on your sales dashboard. This is where you're going to find out essentially how much money you made with your ThriveCart products, right? So I can see here that since I created my ThriveCart account, which was sometime at the end of 2023, you know, since that period, I made close to $3,000 in one specific product that I'm selling through ThriveCart. And it's cool because with this, I can actually see how much ThriveCart is worth for me. So I made a payment, a one, you know, lifetime payment, and the tool paid itself, so to say, right? The tool paid itself and I had profit on top of that. And I can see this by looking at the net revenue figure here. This is where you can also see how many checkout views you had, how many orders you had, right? How many people bought stuff, basically. What was the conversion rate of people going to your page and actually buying something. So you have additional sales figures here. Everything that you're seeing here in terms of stats can be changed. So you can click on customize stats and you can choose what exactly you want to see. For example, if I want to see my number of total customers, I can add this stat to my page and this stat will be then appearing here. Okay, so you can customize everything that you're seeing in terms of sales metrics. I would strongly recommend you to keep an eye on your sales dashboard. It's where you're going to see how things are going, basically, right? For example, if your conversion rate is dropping for some reason, perhaps it's time to take a look at your landing page, see, you know, what's happening there. Do we have to change something messaging? Do we have to tweak the offer? Something like that. Okay, let's move forward. Let's create products together. Okay, so let's create a product together. This is located here in the products section. Once I get here, I can see my list of products. I'm gonna click on create product. Now I have to choose, am I selling a digital product or a physical product? Digital products are, you know, online courses, ebooks, coaching, anything that does not require you to ship that physical thing to someone. And a physical product is, well, it requires shipping, right? Books, tickets, anything that you're selling, physical items that you're selling, right? I'm gonna show you the digital product products option here. And then later we're gonna talk a little bit about, using ThriveCart with physical products. Okay, so digital, create new product. Once I click on that, I get redirected to the actual product page. Let me give my product a name here. I'm just gonna put introduction to calisthenics training. So suppose that I am a wellness and personal trainer coach and I have courses online, and my product here is an introduction to calisthenics training that I'm selling. Okay, the checkout page URL will be automatically created from your product name. The URL, it's the URL of the page, right? When the product will have an actual page dedicated to it, and this will be the URL of this dedicated page. What is the cart language? English in my case. You can choose another language here. And label used to identify this product just to you. This label is interesting. So if you have multiple products that you're selling, you might want to avoid getting confused between all these different things, and right, you might want to have different labels for different products. Perhaps you want to categorize products or something like that. So you can add a label here. I'm not gonna go ahead with this option. It's optional, but you can set it up here. Product status, disabled, live, offline. Basically, that's what disabled means. Live means it's online, right? People can go in and buy stuff. And test mode is you're just getting started, you're testing it. Later on, you have to come back here and to set it as live. So I'm gonna leave test mode for now. Okay, next, pricing. How much does it cost? Well, first of all, what's the currency? US dollars, euro, anything else can be changed here. So this is where you change your currency. I'm gonna set up 100 for my fictional calisthenics training course here. Payment type. Okay, so how are people going to pay for your course? There are different types of products you might be selling, right? Some of them might be subscriptions. Perhaps you're giving someone access to a portal where they will be able to access your content on a monthly basis or something like that. In my case, I'm just going for the easiest option, which is a one-time fee. They're paying $100 and that's pretty much it. Do you want to give them the option to split pay? So perhaps, if $100 for a specific customer is too much, how about you give them the option to pay in two payments of 50, something like that. Or pay your own price. This option exists here as well. It's an interesting one. Sometimes you don't really know how much to charge, or you want to give something for free, but you want to test the waters, right? And see how much people would be willing to pay for that. So you can give them the ability to pay how much they want for a specific product. This is an interesting experiment. Pay your own price. They can set their price for your product. Look, I'm just doing an easy thing here. So $100, this is my price. Okay, customer purchase email. If you want to send them an email automatically after the first purchase, which I would recommend you to have, this is the option that will do this. And limit quantity available. Do you want to set up this price for only, let's say, 100 orders, meaning 100 people can actually buy the course at $100, and then later you're going to update the price or something like that? That's where you're going to limit the quantity. I'm not going to set this up, so no, set to unlimited. Next, so this is my pricing option. Someone will make a one-time payment of $100, and I will only allow one purchase at a time. I'm not going to allow someone to potentially buy multiple versions of that product. You can do this if you need, right? You can allow, perhaps you're selling to businesses and someone is buying a course for their team or something like that, and so they can buy multiple times that same product, right? That makes sense in that case. But I'm just going to allow one purchase at a time, and I'm going to click on save. Okay, so this is product details, and this is product pricing in a nutshell. You can give them additional pricing options as well. I forgot to mention this here. Once again, I want to give them the ability to make a one payment of 100, or two payments of 50, or three payments, or whatever, right? I can give them additional pricing options here as well. It doesn't have to be one only. Okay. Once I'm done with my price, I'm going to click on next, and I will select whether I want to add an order bump or not. An order bump is a really good idea, okay? And how am I going about this? I'm adding order bumps that are cheaper than the main product price, and it's sort of like a no-brainer decision type of thing, So in one example that I'm going to show you, I have my course, which is, I think it's $60 right now, and the order bump is 10, right? It's almost like it's a PDF with additional information, and it really makes them go, okay, $10 course, right? So the order bump is that little extra thing that you're adding, and it's a great idea in case you're selling courses, services, digital products in general. It's a great way of adding value to the cart without overwhelming the customer and giving them additional information as well, providing them with more, right? So I recommend, but it's absolutely totally, up to you. You click on this option if you want to go ahead with an order bump, and then you have to choose once again if it's a digital or physical order bump. Now, bump product name. I have my order bump here, which is Remember that my main product was a calisthenics training, right? So my bump product name is No Equipment Calisthenics Workouts PDF, something like that, right? And this is the title of my order bump. Now, how much does it cost? I'm just gonna do 20, something like that, right? This is the price for the order bump. Should the bump be pre-selected by default? What does this mean? When we are editing the actual payment widget itself, you're going to see this. Sometimes the box for them to buy the order bump can be automatically selected, but it's optional as well, right? If you want to have this automatically selected, meaning by default, they would purchase the order bump, this is where you click. I don't really do this. I think that if people want the order bump, they should actually click on the option and make a more conscious decision of that. But once again, it's totally up to you. Okay, this is pretty much it about the order bump. Later on, we're going to see how exactly it looks like. Let's move forward and talk about payments. I know everything sounds a bit abstract because we're not looking at the payment option itself yet, the widget that people are going to use to make a payment. I totally get that. You'll see this visually in just a few minutes. Processors. You have to enable specific processors for your products. At the moment, ThriveCart supports Stripe, PayPal, and Authorize.net. I have Stripe and PayPal enabled for all my products that I'm selling. All you have to do is click on Activate. You're going to select your Stripe account and you're going to log in, authorize, that kind of stuff. You're just basically enabling ThriveCart to collect payments through Stripe, through PayPal, and so on and so on. I'm not gonna do this just for privacy reasons, but it's a really simple integration that you're setting up here. So these are the payment options. Once you set up your payment options, then it's time to choose fulfillment options, really, which is essentially how you're going to give them access to that thing that they bought, right? Now, of course, it really depends on what exactly you're selling. In this case here, we're talking about a course, right? And I mentioned in the beginning that I'm using ThriveCart Learn to host my courses. And so considering this option here, the best thing for me to do would be to choose this option for fulfillment, add them to my membership site. Membership site is essentially my ThriveCart Learn platform. So when you start using ThriveCart Learn for hosting your courses, you have access to a website where your courses, they're placed there, right? And people will create an account on that website and they will have access to your courses from there. So all you have to do is create a course in the ThriveCart Learn platform, which we're going to talk about later on in this tutorial here. And then you are going to choose this course here, right? This is how you're fulfilling the course purchase. You're actually choosing the course that they bought, right? And this is what you're going to have here in the fulfillment settings, so to say. So when you click on the option, add them to the membership website, this is only valid in case you are using ThriveCart Learn, right? To host your courses. So I don't have the course created yet just because we're going to talk about this later, but this is where I would select this course here, okay? I can have multiple courses and the product is always connected with a specific course. So if I'm selling courses A, B, and C, right? I will have 3 products as well, A, B, and C. Product A is connected with course A, B with B, and so on and so on and so on, okay? So this is what I'm seeing here. I'll show you the process later. They will be redirected to a page where they create an account and they get access to the course. Okay. Now, what if you don't want to go ahead with this option? You're not going to hand with ThriveCart Learn. Then you can send them to a URL, right? An external page where they have access to the product that they bought. Or you can also, display the invoice on the page and you can use ThriveCart integrated with other types of fulfillment systems that exist. And this is just explaining the 3 settings that you see here when you are setting up your fulfillment options. Okay. The last thing before we go is that you have to add an email address that people can contact you for questions and stuff like that. Okay. So in my case here, what I'm going to do is for now, I'm just going to leave this option here. I'm just going to send them to my website, thalitamilan.com. Okay. Just because I haven't created the course yet. This is another topic here in this tutorial. And I'm just going to leave it as it is. But, considering that, I am using ThriveCart Learn, the step here would be to create the course inside ThriveCart Learn and then come back here to this fulfillment option and then choose the exact course there, along with the option, add them to my membership website. Okay. Hopefully this is not too confusing. I forgot the URL for my bump. Let me just add this URL here. I'm just saving this so that I can move forward and show you the checkout. And yeah, this is fulfillment in a nutshell. Okay, so now it's time to customize the checkout page itself. Let me just explain the options that you have here inside the tab checkout. When you click on browse gallery, you'll see that you have many different types of templates here. There are different ways you can go about creating this payment page. You can go for an entire landing page. When you click on preview, you can see what it looks like, but basically it's a landing page, right? You have text that you have to customize, placeholders for videos, images, and so on. So obviously here you're editing a landing page. You have to spend time editing the entire page itself. And then at one point in the page, towards the end, you have the actual payment widget itself. Okay, so this option here is for you if you don't have a landing page creator, if you're, if you want to create a landing page from scratch and you like their templates and stuff like that. So there are options for entire landing pages here, and they work exactly as any other landing page builder that exists. And there are other types of options as well. Some of them are simple pages and others are simply, embeddable payment widgets that you create. So yes, in summary, you have all these different options here for templates that you can go ahead with just to make things easier and just so that we can move forward. This tutorial here is getting quite long already. I want to go ahead with an embeddable payment widget, which is the most, straightforward type of payment widget you can create, a payment page you can create inside ThriveCart. And it's basically, as the name says, it's a little payment widget that you can actually embed into an external page, right? You're gonna get an embed code and you can add this to an external page, a landing page, a website page, and so on and so on. So I'm gonna go ahead with this option here. But once again, you can go ahead with a landing page option if you want to, so you have more, you have the entire page. There are many choices that you can go ahead with. I'm gonna go ahead with this one for now. So let me just select this one here. I'm gonna click on use this template, and then we're going to customize this template together. Okay, so now I'm inside the page itself. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to customize this page. I'm calling it page. You get the idea here, right? It's a payment widget, actually. It's a little box that I'm going to add to an external page, but I'm calling it page for the sake of simplicity here. Anyway, this is the form that people will fill out when they are about to make a payment. So they will give me their name, email address, also the billing address for the invoice as well. And here in the right sidebar, I have information about the product itself. So let me just edit these modules that I have here. First thing here, the product itself, which is this one here that costs $100, right? Introduction to Calisthenics Training. I can change this image here by uploading an image from my computer, okay? Or my library in case I have an existing library of images. I'm going to edit the text that is in here. Notice that all I'm doing is I'm clicking directly in the text to change it, right? So let me just add, I don't know, get fit today, something like that. I should have thought about this headline here, but I didn't before this example. So here I'm going to add information about the actual order bump itself, which in my case is called No Equipment Calisthenics Workouts. So I'm just going to quickly change this here together with you. And I'm copying text that I have in a second screen, in case you're wondering why am I looking there. So I'm just changing the text here. I'm adding 3 benefits. 3 benefits to the order bump. Okay, no equipment calisthenics workouts. That option that we have this selected by default. This is what this is about, right? So when they see the payment options here, the order bump will be automatically selected. This is optional. It doesn't have to be. Totally up to you. So this is my order bump. This is the actual product. If they select the order bump, this will add to the total purchase amount here, which will be then $120. Okay, I'll be 100% honest with you here. I never really style my checkout pages too much. I really like how easy and straightforward they are by default, just so that you can add more stuff here. For example, I could add text here, right? I could add a title. I could add more information. I could add images. There are many different types of elements that you can add to that thing that you're editing right now. Of course, if you're editing a landing page and you're like, oh, I'm missing a testimonials section, you can add this here as well. There are different templates for testimonials that you can add. But then if you select this option, it's gonna go, sort of outside the payment widget itself. In my case, it doesn't make sense because all I need is the payment widget. I'm going to add this to an external page. But just so that you know, there are many blocks and elements that you can add, and they are all located here in the left sidebar. So spend some time playing around with them to see what you have there. Okay, in my case, all I need is what's in here. So this is my payment widget. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to publish this payment widget, and then we're going to learn how to embed this into an external page. minor things before we are ready to publish the checkout page. I promise we are almost there, I promise. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is that you have to edit a success page, which is the message that they will see when they complete the payment, right? So by default you have text and text in a page, and that's pretty much it. Of course you can add anything else you want in terms of elements. I just added text that I created with ChatGPT here. Okay, it works the exact same way as editing a landing page, right? You add text, you add images, anything else you want. Let's just pretend that it's good as it is, okay? Just so that we can move forward. I'm going to save these changes here. I'm going to complete this step and I'm going to move forward because I want to show you the behavior tab. The behavior tab is located here. So remember how I told you that I'm using ConvertKit as my CRM system, right? This is where I manage my email list. ConvertKit works really well with ThriveCart. ThriveCart works really well with many other types of CRMs. So in the tab behavior, I can get ThriveCart to add tags to my ConvertKit contacts when people buy products. So for example, let's say that I have an email list inside ConvertKit. I'm sending an email to my customers and I'm telling them I have this new product called Introduction to Calisthenics, right? As soon as they make a payment in my ThriveCart product, I can get ThriveCart to add a tag saying this person purchased the Intro to Calisthenics training course, right? So the system does this for me. This is automation in a nutshell. So the system adds this tag on my behalf. I don't have to go to ConvertKit and say this person bought this course, this person bought the course, right? So when the main product is purchased, I can add ConvertKit, I can get ThriveCart to add to ConvertKit a tag, okay? And then I choose the tag here. I have to create this tag inside ConvertKit in the first place, and then I will go back to this list and then the tag will be automatically added to the customer here. I would definitely recommend you to do this. If you are using ThriveCart, if you decide to go ahead with the tool, integrate ThriveCart with your own CRM and make sure you set up these behavior rules so that you don't have to do manual work, right? So that you don't have to go to your CRM, add tags, spend a lot of time sorting out who is who bought what, right? It's a lot. You don't have to do this. Automation does this for you. Okay, so this is the behavior tab. Now we're ready to move forward, get that embed code and add this checkout widget to an external page. Okay, finally, now we're ready to get the embed code that we need to finally start using this cart page, right? So save and get URL. This is the embed code that I'm going to use to add this cart to an external page, such as website page, a landing page, and so on. Okay, so all I have to do is copy this code here. Now, important message, this course is in test mode. So what I have to do is I have to go back to my product settings and I have to make sure it's set to live. Otherwise, people are not going to see it. I had it in test mode in the first place. Now I can go back, save and get URL, and then copy the embed code from here. Just so that we don't spend too much time, you're going to watch a quick screen share video of me adding this embed code into a page. I've created a fictional Squarespace website for this example here, and I've added a module to an empty section of the website, which is an embed module. So basically what I do here is I paste the code that I get from ThriveCart, basically, right? It's the exact same code that I get from here. So this is exactly what you're going to do when you embed your checkout page and an external page as well. You're going to copy the embed code, you're going to paste it, you're going to visualize, test it out, and it's going to be working from there onwards. Let me just publish this and we'll see what it looks like. So here is my checkout page, my checkout widget inside an external page. As you notice from my example, I did this using Squarespace. Of course, you're going to repeat the exact same process, in your own tool of choice. Perhaps you're using WordPress, Wix, any other tools. The logic here is the same. Awesome. By now you already know how to create a product, a checkout page inside ThriveCart. You also know how to embed this page into your website or landing page or, somewhere on the internet, right? So let's just talk a little bit about extras that you have when it comes to ThriveCart. Upsells, downsells, what are they, where are they located? They are located here inside the products tab. An upsell is something that adds value to a shopping cart. The upsell is typically an extra that you're telling them about and you're giving them the option to buy. So for example, they are buying your course and your course costs $50, right? You can offer a more expensive course or a coaching session or another product that costs $100. So the upsell is something that adds value to the end purchase, okay? And it's something that is typically in the same funnel as your product. Just so that this is easier to understand, let me show you an example of my funnel, which includes an upsell. So this is the checkout page that I have on my website, right? It looks very similar to the one we created together, actually. So this is the course right here. At the moment, the course costs $60. The add-on is $10, so they have the option to add this to their cart as well. And when they proceed with the payment, they will land on this page here, which is basically an upsell. I'm upselling them with a coaching session with me, which is now valued at $100. So the upsell is then for a higher value than the product itself. This is an example of how you can go about using upsells, downsells in your funnel. In short, the upsell adds value. It increases the purchase, right? The purchase value. Now, on the other hand, you can also add downsells. Downsells are the opposite logic. So someone decides not to buy something from you because, I don't know, it's expensive, more expensive than they thought, or they just changed their mind or something like that. They can see another page with a downsell offer. The downsell is typically cheaper than the product price. So if your main product price is $50, your downsell can be 20 or 10. You still get the customer in the end of the day, but they are buying something cheaper than, expected, so to say. The downsell is a way for you to still capture that customer's details and still sell something, build loyalty, build trust. But at the end, of course, you're going to make less money because you're buying something cheaper than the main product that you're selling. So upsells, downsells are options that you can add to your product funnel, okay? And how do you build them? The exact same way that you build a product. So if I want to build an upsell, I'm going to come here to the Upsells tab. I'm going to create an upsell and I'm going to select all the same options again. I'm going to give it a name, I'm going to add a label, I'm going to decide pricing and so on and so on and so on. Okay, fulfillment and all that. We're not going to go through this process just because it's way too much information for one video only, but all that you need to know is that you're going to follow the same logic. Once you're done with creating your upsell, you're going to go back to your main product. Let me just, it's this one here. You're going to go back to your main product and you're going to edit your checkout page. So let me just, launch editor. This is what I wanted. Here, inside your menu here on the top, you're going to add a funnel item. And then here you can select from your list an upsell or downsell or so on and so on and so on. So this is where you actually add your upsells and downsells. You're adding them to your main product checkout page, okay? Perhaps I record another tutorial on upsells, downsells, just because I really don't want to mix up too much information in one video only. Okay, so these are upsells, downsells in a nutshell. And just before I stop overwhelming you with so much information about ThriveCart, just a few words on ThriveCart Learn. Okay, ThriveCart Learn is located here. I purchased the option to host my online courses inside ThriveCart. Okay, and this is the dashboard that I get. It's very, very similar to other online course creation tools, Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable. It's the same style. You get your dashboard. You're going to click on Create Course. You're going to give your course a name. You're going to add a description. You're going to add additional settings about your course. You're going to upload content inside your course, right? This is what the course looks like to your students. So for example, this is one of the courses that I have here. It's called HubSpot Expert course for people that want to work with HubSpot, become HubSpot consultants and so on. So when they create an account inside ThriveCart, as soon as they make a payment, they will be redirected to a page where they will create an account inside ThriveCart and they will access the course like this, right? A curriculum in the left sidebar, main content in the middle section, and they can go from module to module. Some of my lectures are video and text, others are text only, and so on and so on. So this is what the course will look like to your student, right? That's the style that we go for inside ThriveCart. I could add additional options here. I just went for a really minimalist layout to my courses because there's already too much information in my courses in general. But let me just show you how it works to edit your courses. Let me just click here. And you're going to create your sections. Let me just show you, how it works to edit a lecture. Let me just click on this one here, for example. It's similar to WordPress. It's similar to any, text editor system where you have your modules here. You drag whatever you need, you add them to your main page. You can add download buttons, headings, text, image, video, dividers, FAQs, HTML. You can change the layout as well. I have a really simple layout here. You can change that, as well as font sizing, styling, everything else that you need is located here. The main downside of ThriveCart Learn compared to other tools is the fact that as of now, time of recording this tutorial, you don't really host videos inside ThriveCart. So ThriveCart allows you to publish your content, publish your course, edit and publish your course, but when it comes to hosting the videos themselves, you have to find another solution, Vimeo or any other video hosting services. I use Loom for hosting my videos. So what I do is I get my Loom embed codes and then I add my embed codes into my ThriveCart lecture. So this is basically a code to a video that is hosted inside Loom. This is my workaround for it. Perhaps I record another tutorial on the topic. Other than that, I think ThriveCart Learn is a great option for myself as a course creator. It has definitely everything that I need when it comes to publishing, creating courses. It's very intuitive and easy to use for my students as well. I got positive student feedback on the platform. They said it was really easy to create an account and all that. So I'm very happy with ThriveCart Learn as an option for my courses, though I only have 2 courses published in it. My other courses are published in other places. But yes, in general, I really enjoy using this tool. I think it's great. It fulfills the orders right there, everything in one system. So I'm not really worried about connecting multiple tools and students not being able to log in and stuff like that. So I've been using it for a while and I would definitely recommend you to take a look at that as well. If you are interested in going ahead with ThriveCart Learn, there's also a referral link here in the description below, which is where you can say thank you for my work here with this tutorial and perhaps sign up from there. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell you when it comes to ThriveCart. Hopefully this tutorial here wasn't too much information. Let's see. Turned out to be as long as a movie, I think, but either way, hopefully this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching.